Yo, let's go, bro. My name is Ryan, and as y'all can see, I'm a teacher. That's cap. That's the biggest lie I ever told. Um, to be truthful, I'm a custodian, cleaner, janitor, whatever you want to call it, man. But to say the least, I clean classrooms. Your favorite teacher's classrooms, the ones that smell really good, the ones that look really good, the one with this shiny floors. That's me. That's me. Um, if y'all would have asked me 4 years ago where I would have been in life, I would have told you that I would have had at least an apartment, nice apartment or a home with like two, three cars and a multi-millionaire. Swear to y'all, if y'all would have asked me years ago what I would have been, what I would have been doing at 22, I would have been traveling, making money, living nice, living lavish. I'm a janitor. Yeah, I'm a janitor. I have three jobs. Three jobs. I'm living with my parents and just trying to make this thing work. Yeah, this teacher's not going to be happy. This teacher is not going to be happy. Back when I was 16, 17, 18, I had a lot of high expectations for myself. These expectations stemmed around the idea that this world is very vast, this world is abundant, and I'm the caliber of God to reach whatever I want to reach, to attain what I want to attain, whatever I desire. I can get that within the next few years, and I believed that truly. Yep. Uh huh. Yeah. Need a key? Gotcha. My expectations were through the roof. I just had very high expectations. And standing here now as a 22-year-old, I can definitely say that expectations are the opening to the door of being satisfied, feeling deeply disappointed, and also just feeling just content in a sense that this is what I expected. This is what I got. I got what I expected. Cool. Now I often ask myself, should I place high expectations for myself or should I not? Should my expectations be minimal? Should my expectations be somewhat attainable? Should my expectations continue to be extraordinary? I don't know. But I think about this a lot and I just wanted to now talk with y'all, you know what I'm saying? Every single week I gotta have this little congregation going. So let's get to it. All right, let's get straight to it. So first of all, we expect to be at certain places and to get certain results within a certain time. But oftentimes life will put you here to ultimately get you here. And then it just takes you here. And then you're just like, okay, it feels like this has nothing to do with this and this has nothing to do with that. And I'm just being put at different places. I don't feel that I'm growing. I don't feel like I'm leveling up. I don't feel like I'm accomplishing the ultimate goal. So what am I doing? And like this thing called life, am I failing? Am I not doing the right thing? Well, I've happened to be in that situation multiple times within my life. I'm going through it right now. I've been through it before. Oftentimes, those periods or those situations that you're in it in almost a state of confusion. Like, why am I? How did I get here? But then you move to the next level or you get to another phase and still you're like, why am I here? I don't get it. Why do I feel like I'm failing in life? And then you get to this point and then both of those things, or even one of those things popped up, or one of those things you can bring up again, or one of those things helped you within that situation. Really what I'm trying to get at is every situation that you're in, each stage that you're in, can ultimately be leveraged. And what I mean by that is you can use these points. You can use these points, but leverage, right? Leverage is learning from your mistakes, right? Leverage is learning from your profits or learning from what went well, right? Learning from your wins. Leverage is compound interest, situation, people, your resources, money. There's so many things that you can leverage, and leverage is such an, I don't know, like an overwhelming topic. It's a big topic that we can dive a lot deeper into, but leverage is life, right? And I think that's the best way to go about life. From a trader's perspective, leverage and leveraging your previous wins is the best way to go. Best way, hands down, hands down. And I learned that myself through my own experience of doing it and then not doing it. So a quote I always mention, right? A quote that is often mentioned on this YouTube channel is that you can be in a good situation, you can be in a bad situation. You can be in a place where you consider it good or you can consider it bad. Either way, any situation, any condition that you're in, it can be maximized regardless. Regardless. Leverage is, I put that on the same frequency, same tier. It's the same thing as maximizing what you have. It's maximizing, it's leveraging, it's making the best out of where you're at. Simply as that. Growth is often invisible until it shines in the face of an opportunity. And the thing is, we all want everything so freaking fast. Man, y'all just want to grow so fast in everything. Like, man, y'all gotta chill. Yeah, bro. I'm saying y'all. I'm talking to y'all because it's y'all. It's y'all. Honestly, it's this whole Gen Z. Like, I don't understand y'all. For real, for real. But being serious though, we do want everything so fast, and you hear that in a society that we're living in, where you have TikTok and social media, everything comes quick, internet quick. You know what I'm saying? Like less than a second to get a Google search. Everything is quick. Everything is quick. And living in a society, in a world where everything comes fast, where results come fast, you expect that for yourself. So we don't really have to ask why is that, because we know why is that. We know why we want things so fast. It's just, how do we reverse that? Or, yeah, do I want to say reverse? How do we alter that? How do we alter that? How do we change our perspectives? How do we go about things in a different way, in a way that's more effective, in a way that allows you to be more proud of yourself at the end of the day, at the end of the night, and at the end of the decade? I can't be talking. I can't say too much because this also applies to me. And I'm just now getting to the point where I'm looking at things more long term. I mean, this, for example, YouTube. I mean, I'm doing a lot of things in my life. I'm just experimenting and realizing that growth, if you expand the horizon of growth rather than just minimalizing it to 1 year or a few months, you will grow a lot more than you think, based on the fact that you just expand the time frame from where you allow yourself to grow. If I allow myself to grow for 1 year compared to 5 years, the reward will be so much more significant looking at things from a 5 year standpoint, because I'm allowing myself, well, I'm growing more due to the fact that there's more time, and not only that, but I'm allowing myself to grow due to the fact that I'm not being so constricting with the time frame of things. But yeah, this is a long game, man. This is a long game. This YouTube thing, this is a long game. I'm done looking at it from how many subs can I get in a year? Where that's how I would think last year. I mean, last year is where I started this YouTube channel. Now I'm just like, I'm just going to come at it with a different approach where I'm maximizing how much I can do, but extending the horizon and almost eradicating it, in the sense that there is no time frame that I need to become quote unquote successful. I'm just going to do the best that I can. Wherever it takes me, it's going to take me wherever it is. And ultimately the results will prove whether it works or not. And if it doesn't, I always pivot. And allowing myself to do this for a long time, I can pivot as many times as I need to in order to get to where I ultimately want to be. We got to stop comparing ourselves to other people. These expectations that we discuss, I believe that most of the time, these expectations that we have for ourselves are often influenced by people that we watch, people that we hang around, essentially our environment, what we consume. I remember back when I was 17, 18, when I was just getting into the whole investing, entrepreneurship, day trading space. And I was looking at guys that were legit 19, 20, 21, 22-year-olds, 23-year-olds I was looking at them and these individuals were popping it off. I mean, they were going crazy, spending money on, they had Lambos, nice cribs, nice apartments. Just going wow. They were just doing the thing. And as a 16, 17-year-old looking at that 18-year-old, I thought that was the norm. To where I expected at 20, 21, 22, I should have a decent amount of money. And what I thought was decent was like 100,000, 150,000 a year, something like that. Just seeing these guys do what they do and how they displayed it on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube, I thought that not only do I want that, but that's the expectation. That's what should happen. Because why not? I'm in the same space as these guys. I watch them, I consume them essentially on a daily basis. That's me. That's me in a few years. And it's crazy that this is me at 22. Same age as these guys who back then, 2020. I mean, yeah. So in a state where you feel that you didn't excel or you didn't exceed those expectations, you often feel, at least for me, I felt disappointed. Immense disappointment, almost to the point where it felt like, I don't want to say despair, but I almost got to a point where I felt a little hopeless because why hasn't this worked out? Is there something wrong with me? What what went wrong? And that's something that I had to figure out. It's not so much what did I do wrong and what could I have done better all the time. Sometimes it's just, I think sometimes we just expect not the wrong thing, but we expect things from a faulty frame. I was expecting more so the Lambos. I was expecting the Porsches. I was expecting the nice apartment. Luxury apartments. I'm expecting the home at 20. Legit, I'm telling y'all. Rather than going back and thinking, okay, I see this lifestyle. I see this individual. What do they have to do to be in that position? Focus on the input rather than the output. Wait, is it backwards? What are their daily habits? What are the things that they do all the time? What is keeping them, not only getting them to that point, but maintaining that position? And looking at those aspects, those characteristics, those habits, rather than the grand scheme of things. And this all ties in with inputs over outputs, is looking at the micro habits, the things that we don't care about, the things that we don't talk about. It's like basketball. Someone's really pushing and giving effort and they're setting screens and, they're almost diving out of bounds to save the ball. It's the stats that we don't really look at or care about, but oftentimes are the most valuable. So I'm not saying that we should fully eliminate our expectations on things and how we should go about life. But what I am saying is that we could potentially reframe the way that we expect things in a way that's more feasible, in a way that's more manageable, in a way that's more actionable, something that we can actually strive towards rather than almost dream and have an inspiration. Because inspiration is inspiration. That's it. But all in all, it's interesting. Interesting topics. 3 topics that I just wanted to, initiate the congregation. Just start to talk, start a discussion. I mean, we can honestly deep dive into each of these 3 topics and become more detailed and figure out some ways that we can actually leverage these topics to benefit our lives. Yeah, I appreciate y'all. Like you right there. Yeah, you looking good, bro. Looking good. But yeah, appreciate you for watching the video. This has been another one. Weekly talks, weekly congregation, weekly, you know what I'm saying? I'll catch you on the next video. I'm gonna finish these classrooms, and yeah, don't keep it like that. Don't keep it like that.